salutations and welcome to the Rant Squad. I am the Water Dog. This is
First place.
and this is
Bernard.
oh brother. And we are now going to be doing our game picks. And here are the standings currently, brother. That's right. Clemson first. He's going to be happy for 30-12. Brendan's at 28-14 and I'm at the 27-15. So there's 3 games that separate us right now. So we're going to find out how that changes with this week's 6-pack of picks.
Fun fact, we were undefeated if we all took the same team. We're no longer anymore because we all took San Francisco last week. But up until that, we were undefeated when we all took the same team.
So here we go. Indianapolis at Houston.
Yeah, so
I'm already on the Houston thing,
So I assume we're going to go first here. Indianapolis going to Houston. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think this seemingly is the game that Richardson plays his best every time he's healthy. And so, but when I look at this game, I think the Houston Texans kind of got embarrassed in Green Bay with their offensive line, with C.J. Stroud. I think he's going to bounce back really good this week. So give me the Houston Texans to win this game at home.
I'm rolling with Houston. I do think Anthony Richardson, because he only seems to play great against Houston.
Yeah.
His 2 games against us, he's been killer. He won one and he lost one, although they probably should have won back in week 1. I think the reason I'm picking Houston's at home. I can't remember the exact stat, but I know C.J. Stroud is close to undefeated after a loss. Coming off a loss, he plays really well. He's back at home. They've got Joe Mixon. In addition to that, Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor, this might finally be he's missed 3 games, so this might be his first game back. He should be healthy, but I still think it's going to be a little bit of a slow start. I have faith in Houston, don't get me wrong. I think this will be a heart attack game again. I think this will be a last-minute win from Houston or a last-minute interception by the defense to secure victory. I do not think it's going to be an easy win because the Colts always play us hard, but I do think the Houston Texans are going to pull this one out.
I got dinner on this game. Colts over Texans.
Okay.
Let's go to the next
You
game.
want ice cream with Clint? Dessert after?
No, I'm good. I'll let hey, he's a teacher. I can't take his money too, man.
All right, let's do it, man. Philadelphia and Cincinnati. Everything you got.
We can discuss this when you buy me dinner. But I think this is the week, coming into week 9, that we finally have to give you the props. I think this week the Philadelphia Eagles just put the knife in Cincinnati. And I don't know. I got a feeling Philadelphia's going to win this game. They can run the football really well. There's really nothing on the Cincinnati offensive side. I got a feeling that Philadelphia's going to go out there and win this game.
So, that's funny. So, I didn't know when we made our Super Bowl predictions that my Super Bowl teams were playing in season. So I find it interesting because the last time the Eagles did that, they won the game but then lost the Super Bowl. That would be the Chiefs here. I actually have Cincinnati winning this game. I like the home team. They were my Super Bowl pick. I love my Eagles. But one thing I heard and I really agree with is I feel like when you see the Eagles offense, right now, it's just talent making plays. There's no flow to the offense. Like it's very choppy. It looks like you're going to see a play that they know the lines, but they haven't rehearsed. You know, they're just improving, and I see that a lot. You know, I thought on the 4th and 3 call when they hit A.J. Brown to the house, I thought, why? I felt like that was just throwing up a prayer. Like I said, the team feels very choppy. Don't get me wrong; they're loaded with talent, and if they can figure out the ways, the motion, I still think they're going to get hot at the end of the year. I think they're going to make a run. I still think this is going to be the Super Bowl. But I like Cincinnati. I think we saw a first step in their defense. Of course, I know they played the Browns. Hopefully, we saw a step in the right direction with the way their defensive line got after it. But I just like Cincinnati this week. I think it'll be a good game.
Closer to a Super Bowl, Philly or Cincinnati?
Right now, I'd say Philly, just because Jaden Daniels got a little banged up, maybe showed his weakness, and Dallas isn't what we thought. And obviously, I think since he plays in they've got the hard road with the Ravens and the Steelers.
Better offense.
Cincinnati.
Better defense.
Philly.
In the playoffs, which is going to be better for you, the defense or the offense?
Defense.
That's why we're going to take the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to thank you for helping me with that.
But this isn't the playoffs yet.
It doesn't matter. Look, I said the Bengals weren't going to make the playoffs at the beginning of the year. I'm not sold on the Bengals. I've never been sold on the Bengals this year. For all the things that Joe Burrow can do, the team itself, he's just carrying a bad team. Now, if he makes the playoffs with this, then he should be your MVP because he is on a bad team. And that's just how I look at it. He's on a bad team. I look at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a good team. And I think that they've got some good things working for them. I think their biggest problem right now that's hurting them is they're starting to believe some of their own perception that's against them.
Yeah, they're letting the voices creep in. They're not
right.
blocking it out.
If you can just simply ignore the noise, Philadelphia can play. And I think they can beat anybody. I don't think there's not a single team in the NFL in Philadelphia.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It's self-implosion right now.
Oh, yeah. So I got Eagles too. So let's run with it. This is going to be a good rematch right here, bro. Atlanta and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Who you got, Mr. Brandon?
I've seen this game. Who's the receiver for Tampa?
Godwin, who just got hurt.
He just got hurt.
He's out for the year.
Yeah.
And Evans is done to the bye. Give me Atlanta. Unless they're playing this game in the ER, I don't know who Tampa Bay is going to throw to. And White is not just a power back that's going to control the game. And so give me the Atlanta Falcons to bounce back.
Baker's MVP season might be over.
Yeah, because I like Tampa.
I love it.
In this game.
If they just had Godwin.
Yep. But missing both of them with a running back that can't run the ball to control the game. Hey, this might surprise me, but give me Atlanta to win this one.
This morning, so I've done this morning at about right after you sent the messages, and I had initially picked Tampa Bay, but then we got the news that Mike Evans would be out until after the Week 11 bye. That's crazy to me. I think even if he had Mike Evans, I'd say give me Tampa because it's at home. They are sick themselves because they shouldn't have lost the first time around. Both teams are coming off a bad loss, but I agree with I don't know how that offense is going to work. I think it still can, and I think if somebody's going to pull it off, it's the underdog Baker mentality. And I would not be, when I say even though he doesn't have the wide receivers, I would not be shocked if Tampa won this game. Because that's just the dog mentality.
When you got a gunslinger, like Baker Mayfield, you never know. I just think on paper, picking a game, a fully healthy team versus a guy missing his top two
I agree,
receivers.
and so I'm going to have to go with the away team, even though, like I said earlier in the week, I was picking Tampa Bay.
I took Atlanta to win the division. Atlanta won the last matchup, and with all the hurt that the Buccaneers got, I got to go with the Falcons myself, brother.
And you have to see it, because that would have been a good game if they were both healthy.
I still think it's going to be a good game.
I still think it's going to be a good game. If they trade for somebody between now and Saturday, I'm swapping my pick to Tampa Bay.
Who's that?
If they trade for a wide receiver.
Well, if they trade for any wide receiver.
Yeah, a wide receiver. If they trade for a wide receiver, I like them.
Okay. Buffalo at Seattle. Brendan.
I think this game, when I look at it, I think Amari Cooper is going to make a big difference after having a little bit more time with this offense. I'm not going to say he's going to be the wide receiver one on the week, but I think he'll have more of an impact. And so give me the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. And you're finally giving them, I think, a really good wide receiver. The Cook has been running the ball extremely well. I get when we talked about Seattle in the previous video, but I think Buffalo Bills will win this game.
All right. Clint?
No DK Metcalf. I think Buffalo's gonna win. I think it'll be an offensive showing. It's in Seattle, so that's always going to give Seattle a little bit of extra boost. But I'm with you. I like Buffalo. Amari Cooper didn't even know all the plays, and he was making plays. I think they look good, and in Josh Allen, I trust with this game.
This was the hardest game for me to pick.
Really?
And the reason why this is the hardest game for me to pick, because this is the type of game that Buffalo usually ends up losing. They usually end up losing in this type of situation, and especially against a team that's winning and that team that's at home. And so this sometimes.
And as a physical team, and Buffalo has struggled with the physical.
And so this is the type of game, but I'm still taking Buffalo. But this was the hardest one for me to really pick. I almost went with Seattle because right now, man, you coming off a game like that, and Seattle just came off of. That's a big confidence builder. They're first in the division. They know they've got the edge on everybody else. They know that this is a statement game for them.
DK, I honestly feel like that's the difference is if they had DK, which they may have. I haven't confirmed he's out. I'm just saying I don't expect him to play. And I think if they had DK, I could see it a lot.
This is the closest game of margins to me. I think this one is going to be a very, very, very tough game. But I'm taking Buffalo as well. Chicago at Washington.
I think it depends if Daniels plays.
Yeah, so to me, kind of like when we talked about Atlanta and Tampa, I think last week was been a lot closer game before the guys got hurt. I think this game, I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to play. From what I've read, it's doubtful that he plays week 8. And for that, give me the Chicago Bears to win this game. I understand what Mariota did against Carolina. The Chicago Bears, that's not Carolina. And so, give me Chicago to win this game. If Jaden Daniels was playing, which like I said, I don't think he will, it might be different, but Chicago should win this game.
I'm rolling with Chicago too. I think Daniels is banged up. He may or may not play. But also, I think one thing we're forgetting, Chicago's coming off the bye. They were playing really well going into the bye. They're coming off the bye. Teams off the bye this week was good. That's why I should have went with my gut last week with Andy Reid is amazing off the bye. But yeah, I think Chicago, I know they're the away team here, but in Caleb I trust this week.
Marcus Mariota has played well when he first starts with the team. When he's in Tennessee, he played great the first few weeks. And he goes to Atlanta, he played great the first few weeks. He's going to be playing the second game with the Commanders. And the Commanders have just looked really, really good for these last several weeks. And we're not talking about just the quarterback position. We're talking about as a universal team.
Absolutely.
They're going to beat the Chicago Bears. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to write this down, by 14 points.
You want to bet dinner? You want to bet dessert?
I'm on dessert.
I'll bet dessert on that.
Here we go. I'm there.
Wait, are we talking dessert with the 14-point spread or just straight up?
No, 14-point spread, baby.
He's got it. He gets
14-point spread. I know, right? That's like, hey, folks, a real quick story. Somebody over there on the other side bet me $100 that Joe Burrow would beat Trevor Lawrence by 4 scores. Now he did, or was it 5? No, 4. He beat him by 3, and he got pissed because they kneeled when they could have went up to 4. But he gave me 4 scores and $100 on it.
That game wasn't even close. When you start kneeling the ball to start the fourth quarter, come on now. That could have been by 6.
A bet's a bet.
Here we go. Dallas and San Francisco. Brendan, who you got?
That's why you cried a little bit. Because I don't want to pick them. I don't. With the 49ers injuries, I just don't know. I don't even. Do we even know if Debo's going to play?
He was hospitalized.
I know, but he was released from the hospital.
Oh, was he?
But then Dallas is so bad. That's what makes this hard.
You want to flip a coin?
I'm trying to think here. So, me and Clint are the same on Houston. We're different on Philly.
So he's going to try to.
We're the same on Atlanta. The same on Buffalo.
He's trying to make up some ground.
You know what? Give me the 49ers. Maybe I'll tie Clint. Maybe I'll go one game.
I see Brendan Dallas here, but now you're changing it to the 49ers.
Well, I didn't know his picks. I don't. But Dallas is so bad. I don't think Parsons plays. Even on top of that, give me the 49ers. And Jordan Mason is going to have the RB1 of the day.
Sounds like a little pre.
Yeah, the heck with it. Give me the San Francisco 49ers to win this game.
Yeah.
I'm taking the. Listen, I won't change. I'm taking the team that's coming off the bye, and I hate it. As an Eagles fan, I hate it. But I think for all the reasons you said, Brendan, the Niners, no IU, no McCaffrey, Debo's questionable. Kittle's he's not hurt that he's going to not play, but he's banged up. Jordan Mason hasn't looked the best. Brock Purdy hasn't looked the best. Although I think there's a better than not possibility Niners could come out and just whoop the Cowboys. Just the way that I heard that Shanahan sat and just talked with Purdy for like 5 minutes, talking at him after the game. I think this game is the San Francisco 49ers season.
Could this be a Jennings game?
It very well could. It's either
Sorry,
that
40-point
or
game?
it's Pearsall. I like the rookie.
Or probably Kittle. Kittle's probably the safer bet of those.
I'm just going to go Dallas because it's at San Francisco, so everything is set up for San Francisco to win this game. But Dallas coming off the bye, I think they might be a little rejuvenated. And let's be honest, I think this is as close to a midseason must-win as you can for both of these teams because if Dallas loses, they're 3-4. They'll fall back even further in the division. You know, y'all take Philly to win this week. If they win, that would put them to 5-2. I just think this is a big game for both teams, and I think Dallas is going to win it because they're coming off the bye.
Dallas Cowboys coming off the bye is the reason why I'm going to. And also because they've had to hear all this noise for a couple of weeks. And, so sometimes, anger plays in your favor.
I think Dak's going to have a good game.
And so that's what I'm looking at. And the 49ers are just too banged up. They are really banged up. I just feel it's going to be a Cowboys victory. And as much as I would like,
I'm not the most confident in the 49ers because they are hurt. It's more of a bet against Dallas.
That's a fair bet.
Because they shoot themselves in the foot almost like the New York Jets did.
I'm still waiting on them to trade for a running back.
But I will find it interesting. If Dallas wins this, do you think Debo gets traded? Because they're out of contention. I don't want to say they're out of contention at that point.
They're not out of contention.
But
in
if they
that
lose
division.
this one.
No, because that division is too close.
Yeah, it's too wide open.
Because I could easily see the Seahawks losing.
Seahawks losing and they'd still be a game back. That's right. You can still
because they can't pay everybody, so we were all kind of speculating that Debo could be traded in the offseason. But if they feel like they're kind of
even 2-5, no, because you get McCaffrey back, you win a couple games, you still got the Rams aren't playing the best football, the Cardinals aren't playing the best football, Seattle's up and down. With a lot of they've still got 5 divisional games to play. There's no reason they even if they lose, their season isn't over if they lose this game.
No, it's not. Hey, that's all we got time for, brother. We appreciate it. We're the Rant Squad. I'm the Water Dog. This is
Temporarily first place.
And this is
Menard.
And we are out of here.